Hit that like button, just like Tyson.
Just 3 days after this accused shooter shot a little boy, he walks free, making bond on Tuesday. It has this family angry and confused.
And I'm trying to figure out how he got a bond that was so low for trying to kill my kid.
Arnold Daniel trying to figure out why Ryan Lee Wen is out of jail after allegedly shooting his son Kobe.
He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not gonna work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Caught a gun, boom, shot me right here.
It's all on video Saturday afternoon on Candlewood Lane. You'll see kids playing, hear a gunshot, then Kobe realizes he's hit. Lee Wen allegedly fired through his front window. The bullet went in Kobe's arm and out the other side.
He's bleeding! He got shot! Kobe got shot! Kobe got shot! Oh, police!
Did it hurt?
Yes.
You point to it? Show us where it's at.
Right now, he's not even processing exactly what happened. You know, he don't realize how close he came to not being here. But I realize it.
29-year-old Lee Wen is charged with assault with intent to murder. He's apparently had issues with neighbors in the past, and this time, Dad Arnold suspects Lee Wen was mad Kobe's bike was in his yard.
I'm irate, really. I mean, I can't function, and I don't know what to do.
A Washtenaw County judge gave him a $10,000 cash bond, which he made Tuesday. This is him walking out, picked up by family. The prosecutor's office shocked at the low bond. They're filing an emergency motion to get it changed. A judge's order not to return home, but it's a piece of paper, says Arnold.
I'm scared for my family, you know, but I'm scared for them because I don't know what he's capable of.
When I hear a story like this, man, it's very sickening. Like I can't wrap my mind around it, bro.
Yeah.
It makes no sense at all. Trey, did his father sound defenseless? What would you do in a situation like that? This guy shot out the window of his house because he's a coward. He shot out the window of his house, bro. Yeah. And then you know what he did after that? He stayed his ass in the house. Why didn't we kick in his door? What would you have done if this happened to you?
Look, it's grown-ass men, grown-ass trained, brave men. They go to war and come back home unharmed. For a child to have to suffer a gunshot wound while he's playing outside, boy, I'd have lost my mind. I would have been knocking on his door. That low bond that got him out of jail, I would have been happy. I'd have been outside with a sign, free the guy. Let him out of here. Let him out of there. Tell him go home. So I know where he at.
Well, guess what, Trey? They actually raised his bond. He was rearrested or something like that. I don't know how they can do that, but he was actually rearrested and they raised his bond. So I want my homeboy Jamie to come in on that. Why would they rearrest this man, raise his bond?
That publicity did that. Publicity, you know, publicity, public outcry, and social media. That's it. I mean, if they start putting pressure around certain people, they know they got to make action. They got to, you know what I'm saying? The entire police department is now under watch based on what they did in this case, based on the age of the victim, the shooter. So you got an Asian, you know what I'm saying? You got a minority, an Asian guy shooting a child. They knew this thing was gonna blow up. They knew it. They said we got to get in front of this thing. I think it was a one of those things where, you know, let me save my butt a little bit right here. Yet whatever reason we need to pick him back up, we're gonna do it. That's what I think. It definitely was not for how they viewed the victim. It was not, because if it was based on that, the guy would have never set foot on free ground again.
I'm going to say this here, right? That judge has to be reelected. You were bold enough to give this man a $10,000 bond, which he only has to pay 10% of it. So in essence, he got out for $1,000 after shooting a young black kid. this is really sickening to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And these
You brought
people,
up a very
our people,
interesting point.
our people need to realize the power that they really have because legislation and judicial falls up under having to be voted in. Get that judge out of there. That right there is in our power. You hear what I'm saying?
Wow.
Let's stop playing game. The president ain't what we aiming for. It's the people who making these laws, the people that's enforcing these laws, who we have power over. So move them around. They are not doing anything for us. When they tell you vote for the president, stop voting for them motherfuckers. Get them congressmen and get them judges out the way. The prosecutor gonna fall in line with the judge. If the judge is for us, then they gonna fall right in line with that.
Yeah, I think that's the absolute truth. And that goes for cops and bad lawyers and all of that. When they fuck up, you can't just be like, yo, that's a fuck up, let's make the correction. You got to call them out on trying to fuck up something. The fact that they changed the bond and all that, come on, man. That's an admittance that he did it wrong the first time. He got to go.
Listen, our society's mind frame is so short. You know what I'm saying? We're going to forget this one. By the time election time come back around, this judge in this case will not be in public eye. No one's going to remember it because we don't process information that way. So many things are going to happen. If it's 2 years, 4 years, whatever, when they get election comes back up, it's not going to be a thing anymore. It's not. They PR people going to be working on stuff 6 months out, a year out to put all the great things they've done in front of you. This case will be 2% brought up. A few people, the family or somebody might remember it, but mainstream media, the mass voters, it will not be a thing. And I think that's something we got to work on. When things happen, hey, remember this. This community, remember this, and put an ad out. Put an ad out in the paper. You can buy it. You can buy the ad, a newspaper article, or flyers, or something like that. And remember, say, hey, on this date, this judge allowed this to happen. They are seeking re-election. Do the right thing. That's it.
See, it's up to people like us to keep this relevant, man, because mainstream media ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not just issuing a challenge to us. I'm issuing a challenge to everybody that is of African descent who has a podcast to keep this relevant, man. Get that judge out of there, man. Nobody's gonna do anything for us, man. We have to force every issue, man, because as you can see, when we vote them in the office, they sit up there and tell us a $5 dream, just like they make $5 enemies.
President Joe Biden. I'm gonna have to start with him. If I start with anybody, I'm starting with Joe Biden. He just made the Asian hate crime bill possible. This dude right here, he actually turns my stomach. They got text messages of his son, Hunter Biden, calling his lawyer the N-word, saying it multiple times as a joke. If this was Trump, at least we'll know where he stands.